Cool.
Hello.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight or today. It depends where are you in the world.
So the topic for today is here the time now to create beyond this reality?
Is here the time, actually.
So actually, what does it mean, this reality?
Beyond this reality.
But if you want to create beyond this reality, it's quite personal. It's different for each of us. What is this reality? What does it actually mean? That each of us has our own realities. Like we live in a reality that is our and own. We own this reality. So are you willing to change that reality that you live in? It's you who can change it. It's you who have the power to change it. So when will be the time, the best time to change it? It's now. Are you willing to see what is the reality that you live in that doesn't really work for you? And actually, what is the reality that would work for you, and not just work for you, but you would thrive in that reality? So what are the elements of that reality that you are looking for, that you would enjoy? Like, what about the part about relationships? Like in this reality, because of the limitations or because of anything that's happening now in your country or in the world, what is it that doesn't work for you? And what would you like to have instead of? Even if you think that because of the actual regulations, it's not possible to meet with people, or it's not possible for the people to come to you or have a gathering.
Totally isolation, guys.
What if there are different ways of getting together? And what if there are people who don't care about it and they're totally immune to these diseases? So there are so many possibilities. Would you allow yourself those possibilities to come into this reality? The thing is, you don't have to think about it. What is that possibility? But actually, how would you feel in that different reality? What is the sensation for the body and for the being that you are that will be different, that is not this reality? Like what would you like to have instead of what do you have now? Like we can't function from this reality in that sense of, I don't like this, I don't like that, I had enough of, I can't meet with my friends or with my family or with people who are nice to me. Actually, what would you like to have?
Yeah, you know, you can't do the life, you get used to it because it's a different situation now.
But the question is that, even if everything is different, what are you looking for? What is it that you would like to create? And allow yourself to clarify it for yourself, like face it. What is it that you really would like to have and create in your life?
Yeah.
So it's not about that. If you try to function from the regulations and limitations of the actual moment, then you can only create based on those limitations. And that's why I would like to invite you to just forget about the limitations, because there is always people and always situations and possibilities that are not limited at all.
Actually, this situation is a great excuse for lots of people to do nothing, to create nothing, because, oh my gosh, I just can't create because of the limitations. But
a lot of people are creating inside the rules and limitations of this situation, because, okay, this is how much I can do, this is what I'm allowed to do, therefore I will do those things because at least I'm allowed to do that.
But what if this thing, you know, this situation is totally out of the comfort zone, totally out of everyone's comfort zone? And what happens when you are going out to the comfort zone?
So what if we are not trying to think about what can I create based on the actual situation or limitations, but what is it that you would like to create? For example, if you would like to have a sense of people around you, or have a sense of friends surrounding you, or being with friends, or people who see you as a friend, it has a sensation. So are you willing to have that sensation in your life? Because that will pull in the reality that will meet what you are looking for. That's why I think you don't really have to think about it. How will it show up? It is about what you would like to have.
Choice. And the question is, for everyone, what is the thing, what is the life you really would like to create?
And are you willing to do everything for that?
No matter what.
And when you start to be in that question, that will allow you to have access to all the information and all the actions that's required to be done in order to get there.
And the possibilities will show up. The energy didn't stop, only the words stopped a little bit, you know, but what if this is a contribution?
To start to see that even if the whole world going into this limited mode or shutdown mode, you still an infinite being and you still can create everything that you desire, even in these times. So for example, what is the business situation that you are in at the moment? And are you willing to go beyond? Like, what is it that is beyond? What is it that is what you really would like to have? Like a lot of people, when they hear beyond, that they say, okay, what I create, like financially now it's 0. So beyond would be 1. Like €1 per hour, or €1 per day, or whatever. But no, this is not the beyond what I mean. Beyond is beyond the limitations, beyond the reality that you are in at the moment. Like really, what is it that you would like to have instead of what you have now? Are you willing to go beyond this reality? And then it's not what is the next little bit bigger reality that I can have, but what is the reality that you would like to have that would be fun for you? What is the financial situation, like how much money would flow into your account that would be fun for you? And what would be the activity, like how would you feel during that activity as a being and in your body if you were doing that activity in order to generate money? Like you may have the idea that because of my profession or because of my past, these are the things that I have done in the past. You are an infinite being and you can be and do anything you desire. Like, and when you start to ask the universe, it's not going to give you things that you cannot do. It will give you things that you can do with ease. So how much are you willing to create? How much would you would like to create money?
Or everything else.
Yeah, money, new relationships, friendships, ease in your life. Like we talk about this topic today, but this topic will be true and valid in each and every time, in any future moment or time point. So the question is that what you would like to create.
What is the future? What is the life you really desire?
Like what is the relationship that you desire to have? Even if you don't have it, even if you never had that, even if no one else had that around you ever, what would you like to create?
And you still can choose it and you still can create it. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter if it's not exist at the moment. You still can do it. You still can create it. You still can choose it.
So when you start to be present with your choice, you also start to be aware of possibilities that you can choose and what you need to do in order to get there. The question is that will you do that action or not? So are you willing to be present for all the possibilities that are coming your way, that are showing up for you? Are you willing to be conscious and aware of it and recognize that, this is the situation or this is the action I have to do myself that will take me there or take me closer to what I'm choosing? So I'm choosing to realize it. I'm choosing to be present with these possibilities, and I'm choosing to do it when it has to be done. I'm choosing to know what has to be done and when and in which way. And everything that brings up, everything that doesn't allow you to have total ease with that, will you now destroy and uncreate.
For all eternity. Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds.
Everything that made you think or believe in that you always have to fit into this reality and into the rules and regulation of and the laws of this reality. And for so many ways, for some of us, it's like because the parents said it's safer to fit into this, because if you don't fit into this reality and into the laws of this reality, then you will be a rule breaker, and people who are breaking the rules and laws, they will be punished. Everything that brings up,
like them.
Yeah, what happens if you are punished? You go into the jail, you will receive a punishment that can be physical, emotional, mental, any kind of punishment, and no one likes punishment because that's always find out in a way that's not good for you, and you are not looking for things that are not good.
And you believe it, something is wrong with you. So everything that brings up, will you destroy and uncreate? Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds.
So what if you are allowed to go beyond the rules, regulations, and laws? What if you don't have to break them? But what if you don't have to play your life through them or based on them? What if you are totally allowed to choose a different reality? And that reality, it doesn't mean it has to have the same rules and laws and regulations. What is it that you can choose? And if you play and live your life based on a different reality, what happens with those people who don't believe in that reality? Will they see you? Will they recognize you? Will they find you? Like those people who don't choose the reality that you choose, first, you will not offend them because they won't even recognize you. That's the greatest thing. There is no such thing of, I'm not allowed to create something else because that will offend and hurt others. It's not going to hurt anyone because they can't even imagine and recognize the reality that you function from. And everything that brings up everywhere in your life where you were not willing to create something else, something different, in order to protect and save others from having a hard time, will you now destroy and uncreate and return back to the sender beyond time and space? Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Everywhere we bought into that we will not go beyond this reality until everyone else goes beyond this reality. So it's like we have to do it together at the same time.
Let's wait for the others, otherwise I'm not enough just by myself.
Whether it's not enough to do something to create a different reality alone, or you are not allowed to because there is some rules, some agreement that we all bought into, that we have to do this together to make that big step together. Everywhere you bought into that, or even promised it to yourself and
you
to
have
others,
to wait for others, will you destroy and uncreate all of that? Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. What if you can create a massive and huge change just by yourself? Just. What if you are the most potent and most powerful being? Would you acknowledge that right now?
And actually, all the people and beings around the world who are looking for the change, for them, you will be the lighthouse. You will be the one they were looking for because, wow, this person knows how to do it, was able to do it. Wow, amazing, it's possible. So are you willing to be the one who does the change, who is part of the change and creates the change? And because that's really expanding the reality of all those people who are looking for the change. And this is how you really can expand the reality of this whole world, by being the change that you are looking for. That gives people the amazing example of what they can do, what else is really possible. Are you willing to show the people around the world what else is really possible for everyone? And everything that doesn't allow you to step up
With total ease, would you destroy and uncreate?
Right and wrong, good and bad, put and poke, online, shorts, boys and beyond. And of course, it's not about that now you have to step up, now you have to show yourself to everyone. Because those who are looking for you, those who are looking for the change, they will see you. And you help them by being you. You don't have to be someone else that you are not. You just have to be yourself, and they will recognize that, wow, I can go further. It is possible. This is what I was looking for, and now I see it's possible. Because a lot of people only needs that to see that others can do it, and then they will do it as well. What is that sort of like of change, like a tsunami that we can create here by creating a change in these times of what we have now?
Huh. It just popped in my mind, you know, because of this virus, the virus of consciousness. Would you like to spread around the world the virus of consciousness?
And the virus of possibilities, expanding the reality for everyone. And everything that doesn't allow you to reach everyone with your message, with the possibility, with that it's available for everyone to choose, you now destroy and uncreate. Right and wrong, good and bad, put and poke, online, shorts, boys and beyond. And actually, if you haven't heard this before, but hopefully you heard it before, this is the access clearing statement. Yeah. Cool. The question is that, would you allow yourself sort of like to sit down, to find a comfortable position, spend some time with yourself now, even if you are in front of the camera. So if you wish, you can close your eyes or you can keep it open as it works for you. And just be present with your body. Allow yourself to have some time for you where you can be present with your body, to sense everything that's actually happening in your body. And actually, what are the things that you don't like in the body? Like, what do you sense or feel? How do you feel it in the body? Like, is there any place where there is something that is uncomfortable? That sense, it doesn't have to be like it, something is wrong here. Just allow yourself to recognize all the places and parts and all the things going on in your body that you actually enjoy, that are, and it's okay, or it's nice and great. So recognize that as well. But also allow yourself to recognize all the places and things going on in your body that's not nice and not good and not comfortable.
Or you are judging a lot that part.
Yeah, the question is that if that is not comfortable or not going well, how much of that belongs to someone else? So how much of that is that you sense someone else, or you facilitate someone else, or you function from someone else's reality through your body? Of course, partially through your being. So everywhere where you do any of this, will you now destroy and uncreate that and return back to the sender from your body and your being as well. Right and wrong, good and bad, put and poke, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. Returning back to the sender doesn't mean that the sender will have it now twice or 3 times and they will suffer more or that will be worse for them. It's rather about that when you made the agreement that you take it over from them, you sort of like copied it. Like, would you allow yourself to not copy something that's not yours and allow them to work on it, to be present with that? And as you send it back, you can send consciousness and tools with that. You don't have to list it. It's just a choice. And then they will receive it and they will know what to do with that. Cool. Now, if we go further, just be present with your body and allow your body to change. Like, you know, how would your body change and restructure itself if all these things returned back to the sender or let go or cleared out from your body. Just allow your body to restructure itself. And if you have any symptoms about the restructuring, anything that is different or unusual for you, you can even ask the question like, how long will this restructuring take? Will it take more than a minute or than an hour or a day? You can even ask for, okay, cool. I'm asking for ease with this. Hey, buddy, can you do this restructuring with total ease? So allow yourself to have total ease with that restructuring. Okay, so what are the areas in your life actually that are not working for you? Just allow yourself to be present with all these situations. You may say, my whole life is crap. I had enough of it because it's just a burden from problem to a problem. And I always have to solve the problems. There is always something coming up.
You know, if someone is a problem solver, they will get more and more and more problems.
So you can ask the question, am I a problem solver, or was I a problem solver? Or how much of my problems and issues I was creating in order to stay and be a problem solver?
And do I choose something else now?
So everywhere where you made a promise or a decision in any lifetimes as a being to be a problem solver, or anywhere where you function from someone's reality, be a problem solver, will you now revoke, recount, rescind, reclaim, renounce, denounce, and destroy and uncreate for all eternity? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyond. And everywhere where these issues or problems are sort of like, you can say, it's a life experience, like it's because of the circumstances in our world and in our family or in this country. So everywhere you bought into that this reality has a power over you, that this reality is leading and driving your life, and you have to bow down and follow it. Just allow yourself to go beyond that. Everywhere where you have a sense of being chained or locked down by this reality, that you have to follow this reality, just allow yourself to go beyond that and destroy and uncreate and revoke, recount, rescind, reclaim, renounce, denounce all your promises, oaths, vows, fealties, communities that you have ever made to this reality or yourself or someone else or a group of people, that you will follow this reality, that you will be a good soldier of this reality, that you will serve this reality. Yeah. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyond. Are you willing to acknowledge that the reality you created, in many places, it doesn't work for you? And also, are you willing to acknowledge that there are many places and situations that actually works for you?
Use it as a tool.
So what is that totally different reality that you would like to have? It's not about fixing the actual reality. We don't have to fix anything. What if you can simply just choose something else that you would like to have? So you don't have to figure it out logically. What do I have to do now to fix this shit? But what would you like to have instead? So how much more spacious is that when you function from that question of what would I like to have now? And actually, what would create more for me and my body now? What is that financial reality that would create much more for me now? And any ideas that coming up, that what the neighbor is doing, what the friends are doing, what other family members are doing that you were trying to follow,
it won't work. Just
allow yourself to not follow anyone. What is your way? What would be fun for you? Even if no one would accept it or no one would confirm it for you. Everything that made you think you only allowed to choose things that others confirmed, will you now destroy and uncreate? Right and wrong, good and bad, podempok, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. And would you allow you to have the reality that you truly desire, that would truly work for you, that would truly create more for you, not in an insane way, like a lot of people says, like, oh, I'm in a deep shit now, but I believe this is better for me because in some way, fuck knows what way, that's the insane way.
Because I have to learn something, and this is the best way to learn.
There is no million ways of learning, but if we try to make things positive, it's also lying to you. If something not working for you, just, hey, fuck, it's not working for me. I know it's not working for me. There's nothing else to learn from that. Choose something else. No, I have to wait until I learn the message. Yes, the message is that recognize it's not working for you. Like, it was so amazing yesterday. We've been down to the beach, and you know, weather is amazing, hot, beautiful, sunny.
It wasn't as busy as usual, of course.
And there were like policemen, like asking the people to get out of the water, get away from the beach, because now they are closing down.
We don't know what they thought. But it was.
And there were still people. They went a little bit further, and then they jumped into the water over there where the policeman didn't see them. You know, it's like 10 kilometers long. It's a long beach, so you can find the spots where it's working for you. Like, where did you buy into that you have to follow this reality, that there is no other way to create what you desire, to have fun the way you would like to have fun? Even though no one else would choose it, you can still choose it. You can still have that fun. And if there are people who would like to part of it, that they will be there. It's not something that, oh, from now on, my life is, I'm the only one choosing it, therefore I cannot have a partner. No one will be a friend of mine because I'm choosing something else. There will be new friends, there will be new partners, and there will be new playmates for your life, what you choose.
New possibilities are coming.
Would you like to have them? Or, you know, if you have that fear, you will create that reality as part of your reality, that, oh, from now on, I'm living just myself because no one wants to have this reality as me. You can ask, okay, who wants to have this reality or part of this reality? I'm inviting all of those to play together.
And just a question for you. If you would like to create something and you ask your friend or someone who you think of, that would be cool to do it together, and the other person says, no, I don't care, because it's not his or her reality. What do? Do you stop yourself? Do you stop your creation? Because usually we do.
And that's a very kind situation if the person only says, no, I don't do that. Because usually they try to convince you why you shouldn't do it as well.
Or they just don't do anything, or they don't say anything, and you are just waiting. Anyway, so do you stop yourself, or do you still going and creating your life and creating the things what you really desire? So what are you waiting for?
Everywhere where you decided you have to wait for others to be part of this journey, to join you on this journey, to approve and confirm your choices, to align and agree with you. So you now destroy and uncreate and return back to the sender for all eternity. Right and wrong, good and bad, podempok, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds.
Who is the source of your life? This is another really cool question, but really, it's really great to play with these questions because it will open up a lot. So who is the source of your life and source of your creation? You or someone else? Because if someone else, you just won't do anything. You always will wait for others to do something, to start something, to whatever. But if you are the source of your life and source of your creation, you will do anything, really anything, whatever it takes in order to get there what you really desire. So ask the question, who is the source of your life? And of course you can say, oh yeah, it's me. Truth. Right now. Is it really you? And it doesn't matter if it's not. This will open up a lot for you. And you can start to create the life you really desire. And everything that brings up now, will you destroy and uncreate? Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and poc, all nine shorts, boys and beyond.
Cool.
What else is really possible beyond this reality?
So would you allow yourself from time to time, not just today, but each and every day, to be present with yourself, to be present with your body and with the being you are, and allow yourself to restructure yourself and your whole universe. Recognize what you would like to have and start to choose it and create that. Allow yourself to be the one who is changing himself, herself, and changing the world. Everywhere you are afraid of, you are not allowed to change the world because that can hurt others or that can cause problems, or if you do it, they will find you and punish you. You destroy and uncreate all that. Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and poc, all nine shorts, boys and beyond.
And then other question, what if this situation, what is happening in the world now, is part of the change what we were asking for? Because, you know, we are asking, we keep asking the change, and what if this is now the change? But this is totally unusual. This is totally really out of the comfort zone for everyone. And that's why people started to have fear and they don't see the possibilities. So if you just step into the energy.
When you were asking for the change, did you ask for the awareness to recognize that this is what I was looking for and how to use it?
Yes.
Please do it.
Yeah. So what else is really, really possible for everyone now?
So,
do you have any questions? If you have any questions, you can unmute yourself or you can type it in the chat box.
And then
yes. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Hello from Costa Rica.
Yeah, she's stuck in the very best place in Costa Rica. Yeah, so she has to be there. You are so.
Yeah, I am in a beautiful garden. I will show you. We had one birthday party today.
Woohoo!
So yeah, it's really amazing. And as you just said, I feel like I created this with awareness. Actually, my body led me to this place, really. And I'm really happy that I'm here. We have some restrictions, of course, as whole world, but not so much. And I feel really blessed that I'm here and I have fruits and really to recognize that this might be the change that we were asking for. What I see is like the whole world is somehow together, finally in something, you know?
Yes.
We share kind of the same, the whole planet. So what would it take to see the possibility for expansion in this everything, yes, what we are experiencing? So
yeah, so instead of the fear and the panic, you could choose something else. You can choose the possibilities and you can see, you know, what is happening, what is going on. Yeah.
Yes, and really to ask, and just I wanted just to thank two of you also to be here with us and to share awareness and to see really what we create, what we can create together from this wherever we are, just wherever we are. So yeah, I just wanted to share a little bit energy with you and
thank you.
Thank you, Margaret.
We love Costa Rica. We can receive the energy from Costa Rica. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Who would like to sense it, now you can tap into that. Yay. What is it being in Costa Rica or living there? What is the land that it can contribute to you, to your life, to your being?
And actually you can receive your own country or where you are right now. What contribution can it be to you or you be to your country or
to the whole
world?
Just because you are one person, it doesn't mean you cannot be a contribution and you are not a contribution. Would you allow yourself to recognize the contribution you are, and not just recognizing, but being that fully? And also not just being that, but would you allow yourself to receive the contribution from the whole world, all the contribution that the whole world is to be to you? Are you willing to receive all of that, not just now, not just in this very moment, but 24/7
from now,
for all eternity?
If you didn't do it before, from now, you can start now.
I'm choosing to receive all the contribution of planet Earth and all the contribution of all the beings, all the entities, all the animals, all the plants, and everything. All the situations for all eternity.
Yes. The other beings as well.
Receive, receive, receive. Just allow your whole body and being to restructure itself, to change.
Cool.
So, what is the change you are looking for?
And are you choosing that?
And just allow yourself to spend time with this question. Like, what is the change you are looking for in your life? What would you like to have? And you can even tell yourself, okay, I'm choosing to have that. No matter what, I'm choosing to have that.
No matter what.
And every time when it comes up to your mind, you can spend some time with that. Like, what would your life be like if you were choosing that? You can say again, okay, I'm still choosing that. Or maybe you become aware of there is, like, you would change it a little bit. Okay, I'm choosing it this way. You are allowed to change what you choose.
Yay, that's great.
Cool. It's so amazing to see you all.
Thank you for your presence and your contribution, guys.
And we are so exciting to see what you will create and what's really possible for you now.
Yeah. And let's create the magic together, guys. Because, yeah, we create the reality, we create the future.
It's not about that you cannot create the magic yourself, but you will create the magic, and everyone, each of us will create the magic, and let's see what is the word that this will create together. How much more magic will be there in the world and what expansion it can create. So thank you so much. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for all the beautiful translators.
And thank you for everyone for their presence for today.
I'll see you soon.
Yep.
Yay, thank you.
We will have another call.
Yeah, tomorrow we will have another call, the lover of money. If someone would like to have something, you know.
And if you think this call would be a contribution to others, like, we will send out the recording, the audio and video recording to everyone who's registered. And feel free to forward it to those people who may contribute from this.
Thank you, guys.
So much.
Thank you. See you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. See you all.
Thank you. Bye.
Sziasztok.
Sziasztok.
Bye.
Bye.
Ciao.
Sziasztok.